Hello friends. In previous lecture, I explained what is proper or rotational axis of symmetry. In today's lecture, we are going to learn about the simple or secondary rotational or subsidiary axis. As you know, the proper axis of rotation means Cn. It is highest fold axis. The value of n in proper axis or principal axis of rotation is always maximum. Then simple or secondary rotational axis or subsidiary axis, these are mostly C2 axis. C2 axis means that molecules should be rotated with an angle 180 degree. Number of such axes is equal to the number of n. Let's consider the example of BF3 molecule. In BF3 molecule, the angle between F1 boron and F2 is of 120 degree. Then C3 symbol is used to label the principal axis. If you hold this F1 atom and this boron and rotate this molecule in clockwise direction, then there is an exchange between F2 and F3. Similarly, if you pass the axis from this boron and F2, it means if you hold these two atoms, then there is an exchange between this F1 and F3. Similarly, you can pass one axis from this boron and F3, then there is an exchange between F1 and F2. In this way, C2s are also present in this molecule. This C3 is the proper axis of rotation and the C2s are simple or subsidiary axis or secondary rotational axis. And always remember the relation between the Cn and C2s. Any molecule, if contains Cn as a principal axis, then it should have 0 C2 or NC2. If we consider the example of BF3 molecule where C3 is the proper axis of rotation and it should contain either 0 C2 or NC2. But in this case, there is a presence of C2, therefore, this molecule falls in the category of NC2. Here, this is the example of BF3 molecule where central atom is boron. This one is the F1 atom, this is F2 and this is F3. You have to understand first the principal axis. The angle between this F1 boron and F2 is of 120 degree. It means you can rotate these molecules with 120 degree angle. Therefore, this is known as principal axis. If I want to rotate this molecule by holding this first atom by 180 degree, then it gives the equivalent structure. Therefore, this is known as first C2. Then if I rotate this molecule by holding this boron atom and F2 atom, then there is an exchange between these two atoms. Therefore, this is second C2. If I hold this boron atom and this F3 atom, I rotate this molecule with 180 degree rotation, then there is an exchange between these two. In this way, you can get the equivalent structure. Kindly note one thing here. This principal axis that passes through the boron atom is perpendicular to the C2 that passes through this first atom. It is perpendicular to the second also and third also. This is the second example and we have to rotate this molecule. The angle between this first atom, central atom and this second atom is of 90 degree. Therefore, I rotate this molecule in this direction with an angle 90 degree. Then it is known as C4 and therefore in this case C4 is the principal axis. I hold these two atoms and rotate these molecules with 180 degree. Then there is an exchange between these two atoms. Similarly, I can rotate these molecules with an angle of 180 degree by holding these two, then there is an exchange between these two atoms. In this way, C2 or subsidiary axes are also present in these molecules. This one is the principal axis, and axis that passes through these two atoms, it is known as C2, is also present in this case, and it is perpendicular to this principal axis. This C2 axis is also perpendicular to this principal axis. If you want to rotate this molecule by holding at this position, you can also rotate with an 180 degree rotation. You can hold this atom here and you can also rotate the same molecule with this one. And always remember, the skeleton of the molecule remains fixed, only the atoms are exchanged in such type of rotations. I hope all of you understood this concept. Thank you.